Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Kingsman The Red Diamond, issue 1. Beautiful cover here. I think this is Frank Quitely, who's doing artwork here, who does the art for Jupiter Legacy. But going on, before I start talking about this, I do have Comic Uno episode 207, and that's show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And the exclusive comics are in description below, and the link will be there on Friday, so be sure to check that out. But let's start talking about Kingsman The Red Diamond, issue 1. So this is the sequel to Kingsman The Secret Service, and I've actually never read Kingsman. So I was hoping this would be a good jumping on point for someone who really enjoyed the movie, which I'm sure a lot of people are in that position. That I actually have the original Kingsman too. I definitely want to read it. A lot of people are going to be in this position where they're really excited for the Kingsman sequel and they might want to try out the comic beforehand. So let's see if this is new reader friendly. And here's a little picture of Kingsman The Secret Service if you want to get the first volume. But moving on, let's start talking about the artwork, where I feel like it's really solid, the artwork in the beginning. Really like this first page, but as the story goes on, I think it gets plainer and plainer. The colors are good, but the facial expressions, I think, needed a little bit of work. There's not a lot of action in this book. There's maybe one or two absurd action scenes, which obviously works for Kingsman, but not enough, honestly, for what you want with a Kingsman book. So the artwork is okay. Coloring is good, though. I enjoyed the coloring, but I think the artwork could have used some work in the middle and ending. But let's start talking about the story. So with this, we get to see what Eggsy's been up to since the end of the original Kingsman. And for the most part, you kind of jump in of him being alone and of course him growing as a person, of being this gentleman, being this spy. But what does that mean for the life he's left behind? And that's a big part of the story of, you know, seeing how he interacts with his mother, people he went to high school with, and how his life has changed, and is that for the better or worse? And that's pretty much the story. I will say I think issue 1 was a bit of a slow burn. Maybe you would enjoy this a little bit more if you're an Ultra Kingsman fan, but I wanted a bit more of the flashy action. I wanted more from Eggsy. I don't feel like I got enough to really say, yes, I need the next issue, and that was the biggest problem. I didn't get the hook, and I think Kingsman, in a way, in a lot of Millar's book, ironically, works better in film. I think Kick-Ass was a better film than comic, and I think Kingsman, at least with this issue, kind of proves it's a better film than comic. At least with this issue. I can't say about the first volume, but overall it was okay. I wasn't overly impressed. Again, there wasn't really a hook for me for the next issue, but we'll see. I think I might just wait for the movie and wait for the trade for this one and then read it as a whole. But I did like, again, the themes of class. I thought that was interesting, especially if you're British. I think you're going to get a lot more from this because it has to do with the British class system more than anything. So Kingsman The Red Diamond issue 1 gets 2.5 stars. It was okay. I don't know if I could fully recommend it. It is another creative team too, so it's not Millar writing this, which is kind of a first. Usually he writes his own titles. This is definitely a first for him, but I know he's been doing more of that, giving writers more of a chance to go on his properties, especially, I'm sure, with the crazy schedule with the new Netflix deal that they got. So again, I gave this one 2.5 stars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.